You get used to food odors in your kitchen. You think it smells fine, but your guests think it smells like this. Febreze Air Effects works instantly to eliminate odors you've gone nose blind to.
Good morning, everybody. Wow, is it cold in Wichita, Kansas? I started typing this morning. It was 3 degrees. I have been outside a couple of times for the usual Monday morning chores with the garbage and the rest of it, and it's definitely winter. So if it hasn't gotten to you yet, get braced if you're in the storm's path. It's pretty cold weather. Okay, there's not a lot of news to drive the trading over the weekend. China's market is up. Hong Kong and Japan sold. Big news, the euro is well below 119. It opened lower and it sold. It's had a slight rebound off a short covering. The Greek election on the 25th will probably capture a lot of the news between now and then, and the party that they think will win is the party that wants to repudiate debt, not death, and leave the EU. So there's going to be a lot of trial balloons floated between now and then about what the ECB and the EU should do about Greece and their membership in the European Union. The supposed write-off is in the $250 billion range. Germany is leaking news that because Portugal and Ireland are on the way back, they could absorb the loss of Greece from the European Union, and life would get on as it is right now. So don't know, but just look, the trial balloons will impact the euro, it'll impact the stock markets, and we'll just have to be braced for that, which means lots of opportunity off of that, especially to reset from the short side. Any deal that Europe is going to be able to keep Greece in the European Union will rally briefly, the euro in my opinion, and their stock markets, and then when the reality sets back in, they'll probably be sold again. So anyway, that's going to be the news that'll capture the market's attention. Europe's leading economy, Germany, China, and the United States are still progged to help the rest of the world muddle through and meet its modest growth forecasts, albeit those forecasts are being lowered on a regular basis now. This cold weather, if this year is the same as last year, will be blamed for the U.S. missing its economic numbers, if that indeed is the case. So here we sit. We've got a higher market being taken higher from a couple of factors. One of them would be just flight to quality, fear of what's coming next. And the other one is it's the first quarter of the year, and about 40% of the funds that are committed to the market come into the market in the first quarter of the year off of pension plan contributions, and a great deal of those dollars will go into the bond or fixed income market. So definitely have a strong P. The issue is what we'd like to do is to get long would be to get long in this 26, 27 area. So I've got really good support 24 to 28. Obviously we haven't broken the buck yet, so our first buy zone, assuming that we've got to be right here, we'll make it 01 to 29. On the idea that we might get a little lower. If not, you know, we're going to have to pay 5s to get in. And a lot of that will be dependent upon the E-mini, and then 21 to 25 for buy 2. The E-mini rallies will hit our numbers. On the sell side, the market, the new selling started at 10.5, then a rotate up to 8.5, so selling failure to take out 8 to 12 is probably the easiest trade to see, and then 15 to 19. Okay, today's news, and it's usually not out till about noon, and our auto and truck sales forecast is 16.9 million vehicles. The auto sector has been the bright sector of our economy since 2009, and it looks, if that number comes in like that, it still is. So I think we've got an upward bias in this market, but you have to take out resistance to keep that. And I can sell failure to take out 8 to 12. And again, I said it's probably the easiest trade to see. And on the buy side, might take 5s to get in. Don't know yet, but we'll play for being able to buy it a little bit cheaper. Cheap Charlie. Okay, looking at the 30-year. And again, playing for the breakout. At some point, the market ought to retest this 24 area, which is where the breakout came from. And if that holds and starts back up, that's a rally that could have legs. Obviously, we've got to get through the 45, 8 to 12 area first. And the last rotate down in V period stopped at 15. So the knob spread is strong. It's holding in. 13 to 17 will be buy 1. And the reason we're a little bit more aggressive on the bond trade is because of the knob spread. Then 5 to 9 will be buy 2. On the sell side, selling failure to take out 26 to 30. And then 3 to 7. Don't think we have news to really break it out today, but if the E-mini starts to sell big time, this market should rally. Okay, gold held in, and with the uncertainty of the Greek elections coming, I imagine gold will hang in pretty good. Crude oil was down. We're still in a trading range, probably bounded 1,200 plus is the sell, and the 1175, 1180 is where the buyers are right now. I do think the price of gold is headed lower over time, but the uncertainty of our upcoming Greek election probably put that on hold. So 95, 97, sell 1, sell 2 is 1,200, 1,202. On the buy side, our 85, 87, I'd like to do it a little bit lower than that because that's where support is, and we have a lot of volume in this area that you can see that could hold the market. 80 area plus or minus for buy 2. Russia put a proposal up, which won't be acted on, but again, it just shows you how our opposition out there plays chess, and we don't even play checkers anymore. Hopefully the European Union is stronger, has a better game than we do. We don't have a game right now other than appeasement, but they said the European Union should join the Eurasian economic bloc, and that it makes actually more sense than Europe siding with the United States. Geographically, it's a long way away, etc. Government-wise, centralized control is more prevalent in the Eurasian mix than it is with the West. So again, nothing will come of it, but they're just stirring the pot. Okay, 119 even is a number everybody's been pointing at, and this takes us back to 2006, 2010, where we have that support in the 118, 119 area, and we're there. It gapped down. You can see London sold the 85 area. That's for the high, and it's just notched lower. So last rotate up stopped at 27, so 25 to 35, sell 1. Then against 25, and then 50 to 60, sell 2. And I don't think the European Central Bank will be doing a lot of intervention. They want the euro lower, so 75 to 85 buy 1, and then 50 to 60 for buy 2. We're making new lows here that we haven't seen in at least 4 years. So the sell side's the side to trade from. And again, one of the popular thoughts out there is that currency devaluation increases your export, and it can for a while, but it also means that all your raw materials and your foodstuffs, etc., go up too. And if you import food, that's the first place that you'll see it. Okay, crude oil is lower. And like we've said for the last several weeks, we're headed for somewhere below 50, at least 250, because that's where the stops will be. And the worst case scenario I've seen has been $20, but a lot of the people think that 40 to 50 is where we'll find support. We will see. We're at 51 right now, so 50, 50 and a quarter is an obvious buy. We've got 50 to 75, which again, I really don't like the long side of crude except 2 cover shorts. It doesn't mean it can't rally, and we've seen huge rallies. But you can just see right here, 53, 52, 50, 52 even. You can just see we're peeling off in half bucks. So I think $50 is within reach today, and I would cover against 50 because it's a round number that should bounce the market. So here we are at 51, so we'll make 51 and a quarter, 51.50. It's aggressive, sell 1. 51.75, 52, sell 2. And we'll see what happens. Things happen quickly. The futures, they don't mess around. If you have an expectation of 125 or 120 or $50 for crude oil, whatever the case may be, you get there pretty fast. And you just have, everybody expects it to get there, so nobody's going to be a buyer until we get to that level. Then they'll think about it. And there's not a lot of incentive for buyers in down markets. Okay, 50, as you can see right here, is a pretty important number. A lot of stuff comes in that area. Then our 53, 55 area up here. So 50 to 55 is resistance right now. And because we are the lead market for equities, people look for stateside support when it's sold overnight. If we don't get it, we are headed lower, and you can see on the low volume number down here is in the 29. So this 30 to 35 area is probably pretty good support. First, you got to get through 35, 37, and you can see that we've rejected prices basically below 38. So right now, just how high can we go? We got volume from Friday at 48. We got an overnight session high at 48.50. So structurally, I'd like to play for them at least getting stops above the overnight session high. So we'll put our first sell 48 to 50, and then 53.55 for sell 2. On the buy side, we're going to make it 35 to 37. Let it take it a little bit lower, but maybe not break. And then our best buys in our 30 to 32 area. Okay, today's news, auto and truck sales, 16.9 million vehicles. That's a big number, and it is supportive. So if these numbers come in showing that, that's where the stock market and our market, our domestic market, could find support today. The Fed doesn't mind the market selling. They just don't want to see the bottom come out of it. So We got 2100 as resistance right now. So it'd be logical to expect 2000 is probably pretty good support. And this has got to be a trading target for some. So let's, the market is headed lower. The structure supports lower prices. I think the first trade of the day is to get short, see if we can take out 20, 35, 37 area. And if we can't, we'll come back and revisit it. Okay, it'll take at least 20 minutes to get everything up and posted. I'm going to get busy on that right now.